Greetings again, Chumbas. Yet another one of the 5-a-day challenge. That's a challenge I gave myself to put up 5 videos every day for a month. This particular one, I'm going to actually give a little bit of information on one of my old characters. Okay, maybe most of you may not find this interesting. I thought it was kind of cool. He had a pretty cool backstory, pretty neat. Was fun to play, really fun to play. This is from many years ago. Played in a group with a number of people, but if you are in that group and you want to leave a comment below, please do. I hate to say anybody's name without permission first, you know, just in case they don't want to be known for having played Cyberpunk. But anyway, you know who you are. But anyway, this particular character, he was a solo. He was built on an 80 character point character. Again, another video will go into character point statistics, more detail, that kind of stuff. But anyway, he was. He actually had naturally, as far as he knows, and as far as he believed, he had naturally blue, long, really long, just crazy, all over the place, kind of blue hair. Kind of an unnatural color, but he always believed it was completely natural and never thought any reason to question it. But he also had, again, natural, as far as he knows and he believed, no reason, never questioned this either. He had red eyes. Also kind of an odd thing, but it was normal to him, just that's what he always had. I'm looking at my old character sheet because I don't want to misquote something, and as soon as I do, that's when one of those people from the old game group will come back and call me on it, I'm sure. But anyway, one of the things that was kind of neat about this character is that he had a naturally 12 body. Now, normally, a normal person without any cybernetics, bioware, any genetic, any enhancements, 10 is the normal max that you can have. Again, we'll cover a little bit more on that when we get into statistics. But anyway, normally 10 is the max, but this particular character had a 12. Kind of a neat aside, the ref and I got together and he liked the backstory so much, he gave me, not only let me start with a 12 without any modifications, which is unusual, but he also gave me an extra character point to use to get that 12. But he had a 12 body, 10 movement, only a 2 luck. He wasn't the luckiest character alive, but naturally, all these are natural stats. 10 attractiveness, 10 intelligence, 10 reflexes, 9 tech, 10 of cool, and an empathy at 8, starting out. Now, after cyberware, he had all the time reflexes of 13, and for initiative, when he kicked everything in, 16 reflexes. That's pretty quick. That's pretty quick for somebody that's not wearing like a power suit, not a Borg or anything like that. For the most part, he looked natural. He didn't look like he had hardly any cyberware. Naturally ambidextrous. He actually had kind of an odd history. He was found near the wharf in Seattle at the age of 21. He was found by a sensei, a martial arts, I believe it was a martial arts teacher. I should have checked that before I started the video, huh? Probably. Yes, that's what I thought. Wushu Kung Fu. Wushu Kung Fu, that's right. I'd forgotten about that. That's a whole nother video right there, because that's a Kung Fu style based on another one of my characters that developed. But anyway, so this fellow found him, helped him out for a couple of years get back on his feet. He had a few other things he didn't think was strange at all. He just completely by accident stumbled on a doctor doing a clinical study, I should say. And all he had to do was come in regularly for physical checkups, report any fights or anything he'd been in and how they went and how he did and stuff like that. And in exchange for that information, the doctor gave him free medical treatments. Whatever he wanted, whatever he needed. He wanted to have cyberware installed, the doctor would take care of it for him for free. The only thing, though, it was kind of weird, he didn't really have much desire to get any more cyberware than he already had. just didn't think it was necessary. But so kind of interesting stuff. He also, in his backstory, he had, oh, let me see when this was. At 27, he was kind of an older character. He was 29 at the time of the game. 29 or 30. 30 actually, maybe, at the time of the game. But didn't look it, didn't act it. But at 27, he had a love interest that he was going to move in. He had moved. They were moving in together. They were doing great. Seemed like a just incredible thing. And the day before they were going to make things really serious and move in together, she disappeared. Gone completely. Her apartment was empty, cleaned out, and not even her neighbors, nobody that they knew together, nobody but Blue could remember she existed at all. Kind of an odd circumstance. All part of his backstory. This fellow was Hawaiian, and just kind of a stocky 5'6", 5'7" looks like, something like that. 160 pound. So he was kind of short, a little, not real tall anyway, I should say. Kind of stocky, kind of chunky. Not chunky as in heavy, but bulldog-like, you know, really well built. But we'll go into some more on his cyberware and some other stuff in another video. And if you have any ideas what might have been in his backstory to affect all this, to affect his lack of desire to have any more cyberware, for him to not think it was strange that he had an unusual color hair and eyes, for him to not feel like there was any reason to research or check into why these things why he naturally had this really bright blue hair and red eyes and some of these other things that have happened to him. He just thought it was normal. And same thing with his size, his bulk. He never worked out, never exercised, didn't care what he ate, but he had this massive amount of muscle mass. Thought it was normal. So anyway, this is already one of my longer videos for the supposedly quick ones. But comments, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think might have been behind all this. And I'll go into a little more detail of his cyberware and the rest of his backstory in another video. Anyway, so do the whole stuff you do on YouTube. Hit the like, not the like, that's Facebook. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up or thumbs down. If you think this is a stupid video, I shouldn't be talking about characters from, 20 years ago or whatever, that's fine. To hit the thumbs down button, whatever you think. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what give me another suggestion. Tell me what else I should get into on these videos. Talk to you on the next one. Bye.